Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. This is Tanya at SideGigCrafts. You guys, I went down a rabbit hole. I was watching a video last night, you guys, and I found this video. I'm going to put her link in the description box because I cannot remember. I should have looked before I started filming, but I didn't. I'm going to look her information up. Her name was Diana, and she made these frames out of cards. And I absolutely loved them. You guys, these are the photographs from Luise Heinzl. I got her pack, and I absolutely love them. These are the pictures we're going to be using today. This sheet, she's got a huge pack of them. Absolutely love them. You guys go check her out. Check out her Etsy shop. I will link her as well. You guys, so Diana made these. Okay, let me start with these because these are the standard ones. She made something similar to this. Now, meaning similar, she used different products than I did, but the premise is the same. She's definitely the inspiration for these picture frames. I absolutely love this idea. And then she decorated them, which we're going to also do today. So look, aren't they darling? You could add a sentiment on there. These are also, because they're regular playing cards, these are ATC size, so make ATC cards. Look at her. I love her. That joy. And then dapper dude. And then I have some playing cards that are actually circles. And these were just standard. These are the Game of Baloney for 2 to 6 liars aged 8 to adult. And there's questions on them. I don't know how to play the game. I don't really care. I got them for the card. Now, being that they're round, it made things a little different. My punch wouldn't go to the center, and I use that to my advantage because when I make the frame, now I've got a little space to add some things to, and by placement, like this one I put the space at the bottom, this one I put it at the top, at the side. I think these are going to make some very unique cards. Isn't that cool? Each one is different. I'm going to show you how to make these today. So stay with me. We're going to make some. We're going to decorate some. It's going to be fun. So let's get out, first of all, let's get out our stencils and create something great. Now, these aren't finished by all means. I've got to, I still need to want to put a backer on them, and I still want to decorate them, but here we go. Look, I just started and I already can't find my stencils. What in the world? Y'all, what is my deal? I just had them. I've got, so instead of, she used texture paste, I used this. This is a, let's use some different stencils then. This is one I didn't use yet. These are actually the ones from Temu. Here's a stripy one. I haven't used that one and I've been wanting to. We could use a fall pumpkin one. And we'll use a flower one. So we'll use all these. This is a one-time lightweight spackling. This has been sitting, now as far as, this has been sitting in my craft room for a year. And it's still super soft. And it works really well. That's what I made these cards with. And so you can use this if you don't have the texture paste, and honestly this is probably a better price point if you don't have the funds to buy the texture paste or want an alternative. And this is actually stuck inside. Let's use these. Okay, so I'm going to get out some cards. We're going to do each phase. While this dries, we'll move on to the next phase of the next one, and so on. So we'll get out a card. Any card will do. Pick a card, any card. I was doing like 2 of each just because. I'll use those. Actually, here, let's use one colorful one. And just having fun with it. Then I got out my little spatula, which I think I cleaned and actually then put away. Did I? Am I right? No, of course not. And I just did this right here last night. Why? Why? All right, well, that's odd. Really odd. The crazy part is, you guys, I have people in my house that come in and just help themselves to my stuff sometimes. So I'm never sure if it's because I can't find it or because somebody took it. And it's driving me bonkers. I'm going to place this right where I want it. So this flower and this flower will be full. And actually, that's a really great placement right there. The middle of that flower is going to be cut out, and that's okay. I like the placement of the next ones. So we're just going to scoop and smooth, just like you would the texture paste. These gaps are kind of big, so we're just going to hold that down so it doesn't go underneath. Sometimes it takes a little practice, and sometimes you got to go over it a couple times, just like with anything else. Just go over it. Some of the bigger gaps are harder to fill because it kind of wants to lift. I might actually have some texture paste, but I figured, you know, I have this. I know where it is. I need to use it. I kind of figured it would be dried out by now, but it wasn't. So I'm just scrape this down into those spaces. But yeah, this is a great alternative if you have some around, or if you want a cheap version that works really well. And then I did miss some spots. I'm okay with that. It's going to be, look, I want it to look rustic anyway. So there we go. We've got our flowers. Isn't that cool? All these things are going to slide off on me. Okay, let's set this one over here to dry. And then, since I have a glass mat, you could do this on paper so it doesn't stick to your surface. But if you have a glass mat like me, it just wipes right off. And then let's take the next one. Let's do it again. Hope you guys are doing great. It's Tuesday and I'm not working. It's truck day. I don't have to be there. Yay! I got a lot done yesterday in the store though. We had some resets. My boss is out of town working at another store. They needed some help and he was a little concerned about our resets not getting done. So the one that he was most concerned about, I grabbed it yesterday and did most of it. So that's kind of cool. Told him last night, hey, I got that done. He was excited about that. So he usually does most of our resets. I don't know why he owns that portion. He could share it. I enjoy them, so there we go. There's the flowers. Maybe that's why he does it. Maybe he enjoys them. It's a lot of work, though, for one person to have to do all that sometimes. You can kind of scrape that off. And then I want to do 2 circles. I'm kind of mass making these. I want to try to get the smaller circles. Let's get some smaller ones in there this time. And hopefully those will stay put a little better. But this card, because of its shape, will show off these better than the big ones. I don't, oh, I think I got this, I think, on Temu. I'm pretty sure. If I can find a link to it, I'll share those. But I've gotten so many orders now, I just don't know where to look for it. Because it's been a while. But you can find some beautiful, I'll tell you, you can find some beautiful stencils there. And you probably have some in your stash already. So, not trying to sell you anything. Just where I found them. Just happens to be. Now I could potentially do, excuse me, the design on the other side. But I think I'd rather have the writing on this side than the baloney sticker, picture. To be honest, I hate baloney. Hate it. Hate it. Had too much of it as a kid. I cannot eat it as an adult. It's one of those things. way too much as a kid. I think I've told those stories before. Yeah, it's trauma. Don't try to feed me bologna. Won't happen. I can pick it out. Bought a sandwich one time at a sandwich shop, and I didn't know it had bologna in it. It was a pre-made sandwich, so it wasn't like somebody could tell me. But, yeah, I didn't see it in the description on the back of the ingredients. I took a bite and spit it out immediately. I found it that quick. And don't get me wrong, I ate the rest of the sandwich, but that bologna went out the window. I actually littered. Yes, I did. Because I threw it. I was driving, and I threw it out the window. I was not eating that bologna. Figured some animal could have it. Gross. This animal wasn't eating it. No way. Alright, so we've got that one. I like to clean those right up because otherwise it's bound to stay. I think that's kind of a permanent paste there. Alright, next, let's do the pumpkin one. I don't know how well this one's going to fit, but any design will be fine. I'm okay with that. I don't need that anymore. Any design will be fine. I don't want to use, I guess it doesn't matter. Like, I don't want to use the ace when it's, but it doesn't. It really doesn't matter. Okay, so let's do kind of this way. These are big gaps, so I'm not sure how this one's going to work. Big gaps. Oops, I guess I have to hold the card, don't I? Let's see. I'm concentrating. Sorry, guys. Want to scrape the extra off, but make sure we leave some. Yeah, I loved her idea. I just thought this was so cool. Kind of goes along with the ID, you know, the picture ID things that are going around, and I still want to do that too, but I thought this would be fun as well. I like the photo frame idea. Yeah, this one's not working as well. I probably won't do an additional because it's picking up in the bigger spots. My spatula's not working well. And if you look at my spatula, it's got paste on it from prior projects. And I probably have newer spatulas that don't have all that, but it's still going to have interest on it. I don't think I'll use that one for a second one. But there we go. Actually, it's kind of cool. As I'm looking at it, I'm liking it more and more. And I think with the color on it, I think it'll be just a hint enough. Maybe. Let's do one more. Let's try it. Actually, let me check in here. I usually keep those spatulas. Ooh, maybe this one will work. Try this one. At least it doesn't have the... We'll try it. Let's do a round one. Since we're only trying to do one more. Let's see if this works better. Maybe, maybe not, because this one is absolutely clean. It's never been used. So let's see if it does better. You know, I like the angle better, that's for sure. cool. I like that. That worked out really well. In fact, I'm just gonna drop that in the trash. Let's see if I can get another one. I just need to take better care of the ones I've got, honestly. I think this one was a Dollar Tree one. Let's do another square since it worked out. Oh, I already got one out. And I was hoping I would have a fall stencil that I could use like this one, because I've got some papers that I dyed last year in the fall with my fun paint sprays and my mica sprays. That's what they were called. And they're in the fall colors, and I've still got that paper, and I was thinking about putting it on the back of these. And it'd be gorgeous to have just a fall theme there. Okay. There we go. Yeah, so what it's doing in the bigger gaps, it's picking up some of that paste, but it's still, you can still kind of tell what it is, which is neat. It's got kind of a neat effect there. So there we go with that. And we'll do one more round one since we did 2 square. We'll do 2 round. See, I'm just mass making them. Loving it. I think I'm going to use this gourd. I'll use the gourd because I can put that like a yellow and green maybe. Oh, I guess I can't do that because that's on the edge. Well, I could still mix and match colors, right? Even if you can't tell what it's supposed to be, I guess it doesn't matter. Just mix the colors. Make it fun. They can be any color you want. You don't even have to be able to tell that it's a pumpkin, but we know. We know because we did it, right? Alright, we'll just go around there, scrape some of that back. Doesn't need to be too thick. It will make a difference. There we go. Cool beans. Alright, let's pick another stencil. We'll clean this one up. Still got my little cloth down here. Clean up my surface. Okay. That one's there. Should we do a stripey one? Let's do the stripey one. Oh, I still have 2. Okay, we'll do them. We'll do them both. By the time we do both of these, then we'll have, some of them will be dry, so we'll be able to play with those cards, or the ones that are finished. Thinking that this is probably the best direction to go with this one. Otherwise these little lines are going to move, aren't they? Way too much paste. Now if you don't want to use paste, you could do this with just inks. You wouldn't have to use the paste. You could just stencil through your, or use the inks through your stencil. I'm going to do this on another section because that one moved a little bit, so I'm afraid that there's some paste underneath it. So I want to try to hold this a little more tightly so it doesn't move. It won't hurt it, but it gets a little smudgy. It'll still have a cool texture and design. Now stenciling, or the paste, is actually why I bought this particular stencil. I thought it was cool. I saw it used on a card, and they had used the paste and then used it as a background for their card. It was so cute. think some of this is lifting as I go because it's a smooth surface. There we go. So it's got some stripies on there. Okay. There's those two, and then we need some bologna. There we go. And one more bologna. So we're going to have 4 of each of these when we're done. 4 of each stencil style. 2 of each variety, I guess. There. I just needed to not do it so thick and swooshy. Is that a word? Swooshy. All right, one more stencil. Let's use this one. I love this one. Let's see this in greens and yellows too. Saying that, I don't think I even grabbed the yellow. I grabbed some green. I don't know. Just see what I've got here. Okay. 2 more of these. Ooh, they're black ones. These will be nice with the yellow. I moved it, but it turned out good. It turned out really good. So what are you guys working on today? It's time for fall, isn't it? Fall and Christmas. I want to work some more on my beach journal, which is partly why I'm doing this. I'm going to put some of these in that beach journal. At least one. And then the rest will go in my ephemera box for other journals and projects. I used to have a picture of my grandmother. She was diabetic, and she was she was licking the spoon for chocolate frosting. Oh my gosh, her smile, she looked guilty and in heaven all at the same time. I love that picture. I don't know if I have it anymore. I think somebody confiscated it from me when I let them stay at my house at one point. I think they took it. Because funny thing is, after they left, I couldn't find it anymore. But I'm gonna have to look through my boxes eventually and see if I can find it or find another one. Because I think I had, it was like a series, and I think there were like 4 pictures, and I had them all. And I think there might have been like 1 left, which made me really sad. But I'm going to have to see if I can find it. That would be so cute to make a copy of. Maybe turn it into a black and white. Oh, that would be adorable. It's not like a vintage photo, but, well, it might be by now. I don't know what vintage is anymore. Hearing the music that I grew up with being called classic rock or classic music, it's just like, what? How is that possible? I remember dancing to that in junior high. What do you mean it's classical? Classic rock. No. Alright, so we're going to clean up this real quick. I'm going to wipe this off so that I can use it next time because this worked out great. Make sure I keep it clean. Since it's the only one I can find, it's kind of important to keep that clean. You guys, my work is right next door to a Dollar Tree. You know how hard it is not to go in there and shop? Actually, I go in there every day, but I go get snacks, and that's about it. I try not to walk any of the other aisles and get tempted. It's so hard as a crafter to know that that's all right there. Trying not to give them all my money. Them and work. Oh my gosh. Didn't know I needed so many pet supplies until I started working there and realized how many cute ones there are. Been having a blast with that. Okay. And pets, for that matter. How many animals have I brought down home now? Somebody needs to talk me out of getting a ferret, because I really want one. But I probably won't get one. Okay. So, some of these are a little off-colored, and part of the reason is because that other tool had some copper paint on it, and some of my stencils had color on it too. So some of the stuff was stained. Even if it turns a little brownish like this one has, if you can compare it, it's okay because it's just going to add a little bit more to the grunge that I'm going for. So it doesn't matter to me whatsoever. Now, the next step, we're going to go ahead and color this next. Now, I could just cut them, but I'd rather color them first. This is what happens when you cut them out and they're all colored and everything. So you can turn these are the centers of the ones I did last night. You could turn them into something else, like charms for your journals, for a suggestion, or, you know, other ephemera pieces. You could use them in your layering. I mean, whatever you might need a fun textured circle for, you're going to have them. So I'm keeping those. You can see their cards on the back. Some of them that had the baloney ones I covered with different papers on the back because I didn't like that design, but the other ones are great. So, or you could cover those too. So let's do some different colors on here. I'm gonna try to put some color because why not? Pictures need colors. So let's get out some of these brushes that I was using yesterday, and we're just gonna add some color on these. Just lightly go over it, or heavily go over it. You do you. This purple is kind of dull compared to the color in the back, huh? And then I'm gonna pick a different color because I'm not enjoying that. So I want to use a little bit of this purple too. This is the Dusty Concord, the Stress Oxide, and I know that one's gonna bring it. Oh yeah, see, that's the color, more color that I was looking for. Now we can have both colors on there. It doesn't have to be all one or the other. We can kind of mix and match and make it amazing, what we feel is amazing. And then I want to also take, I kind of want, actually let's go back with the Distress Oxide. I'm trying not to get my brushes into things that are wet right now. I'm going to kind of put some turquoise in there too, because I love the combination of the turquoise and the purple. I love that. Okay, now one thing that I found, the cards are going to get a little stained and colored. That's all right. One of the things that I noticed with the Distress Oxide and some of the cards, because it's a slippery surface in the back, if the card gets too colored, I like to go back and just kind of use a soft cloth and just kind of go in the middle. It's going to stick to that paste, but it'll bring up some of that color off the white card so that it's not quite so strong in the background. Just a little bit if it gets too much. So we've got a really cool card, don't you think so? And then I have my hole punch goes just pretty much in the middle of this card. I'm using a, what is this, 1.5 inch? Actually, this is a 2-inch punch. This is a 2-inch punch. And for Luise's cards, you want to look at the size of your photos. For Luise's pictures, I noticed they're perfect for that. So her pictures are fitting perfectly inside that circle. It's actually not quite to the middle. It's a little bit over to the side. But that's okay too, because I could turn it this way and put a sentiment down here, so we could do some that way. Maybe I'll do that because I did all the other ones up and down. Or using this thicker side, you could put some detail here or some die cuts or something. But we'll do it this way today, and we'll have space on both sides. So that's something we'll do differently. I said that already, I know. I'm thinking it through, guys. If I'm repeating myself, I'm kind of thinking it through as I go. So let's see. There's another, should be another one of those. Here's the other daisy one. Oh, there should be 4 total, right? Was I doing one of each to start? I don't know anymore. I really would like to do this one in an orange and yellow. Give me just a second because I didn't grab those and I just threw that on top of the paste. That's awesome. Not so much awesome. Do I have an orange and a yellow? I should. Here's a yellow. There's a red. Not quite the same, is it? Not quite. Need orange. Could I make orange? Maybe. Those are all the same. Let's see here. Oh no, I have orange. I know I have orange. I have this orange. And we'll put this red back. I don't need red today. No red today. And I have green over here already. Oop. Alright, so today also, you guys, I apologize. I took a couple days off, mental health days, from filming. I have, for different reasons, really. Nothing bad, but just different reasons. I kind of needed to breathe. So I apologize if you have missed my videos. I'm just going to kind of go in the center of these, I think. But I just truly appreciate you being here today and spending time with me. I know we say that as YouTube creators, but you know, I can speak for myself and say I really, really mean it. It really means a lot to me that you guys come and visit with me and hang out and comment and watch my videos. It really does. It does a heart good, especially when you guys tell me that I was able to encourage you to try something different, or, you know, that's awesome. That's why I'm here. I want to be able to show you guys some different things that, you know, whether it's just something that I learned, like this is, you know, I learned this from somebody else. I'll give credit. This is not about me, but if I can share it with you, I do love that. And encourage you to try some things differently than what you might have before. So I like this color combo, obviously. We all know yellow and orange look good together, but that's stunning. I kind of dab some of that. Now, yesterday I was dabbing later after the fact, and it wasn't really coming up much, but this will bring up some of that. Not all of it. It won't bring all of it up, and I don't want it to. Just some of it. Now I want to try to get as much of that orange on this card as possible. Let's see where I can cut, where it won't cut all of it out. I'm going to lose, obviously, one of them. That loses 2. Darn it. But on the flip side, I'm going to have a gorgeous charm. I'm going to go there. So we'll have this for the frame, and then this for the charm. Isn't that pretty? All right. Next, kind of want to do another one just like that one. Do I have... This is the other one. Go to the middle. Maybe we'll make the orange go out just a little further, since that's what I was missing on the other one. I was hoping for just a little more orange. We'll put that on the edges there, and we'll put that on the edges there. Maybe I didn't do square ones with this one because I don't see them. We'll just go back and wipe some of that back out. Like I said, it won't all come out. Now you could probably use a tool and get it wet and get some of that more out if you use the right inks, but I'm not that worried about it. Not that worried. Really want more orange on the frame. With these round ones I can just turn it and figure it out, but okay, I want that flower right there, I think. Nice. Ooh. But I've got a couple pieces that flaked there, so I'll just put some more ink there. Cover that up. There we go. Alright, there's my orange and yellow. And let's see if our gourds are dry. If our gourds are dry, we can do the same thing on those. We'll just use the same colors. We do. I want to use a little green on there too. And on the gourd. So we'll put a little yellow here and there. And put some orange in there. Pretty as that. Yes, I like it a lot. Okay, and then the green, using my archival, my ginormous, I have a smaller one too, but we'll just use this. It's right here. Look at that color. Put a little down here too. Why not? Look. Oh, I love this one. Good choices all around. Okay. Cool beans. Now, I don't want to wipe too much off of the center of this one because I really like the color covering up that white. I'm going to kind of leave it. Let's clean that though. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Alright, let's go to the middle of this one. Alright, there we go. And actually, I'm going to put a little bit of that here where it came up a little white. Beautiful. Beautiful. Alright, we have another one of those. We have a couple of those, don't we? Let's do them all at the same time. That might go a little faster. You know, we don't have to do all of these today. Well, this will be enough for today because we have plenty to work with. Don't we? I'm just having fun. It's like, just keep creating. Just keep on going, Tom. Just keep on going. No, I forgot. I've got a time limit. I'm just crafting and talking, crafting and talking. But over time, you know, there's only so much people are going to want to watch of the same thing. All right. Okay, we'll get that orange in there. Sorry, I sped up because I realized I really do need to be a little more cognizant of the time, don't I? We'll still get the green in there. Okay. I think the green is what makes it. Put that green, unless you brown it up like I just did, but that's okay because these are going to be kind of fallish anyway. Okay. Put some of that in there. Yes. Beautiful. Look at that. Stunning. Okay. Put this one away for now. Let's make some room here. We're going to be done with this part. Okay, what's the next part? The next part is more distress ink, but we're going to do it a little bit differently. I won't do all of them. I won't do all of them. Let's go here. That one aside. We got a beautiful frame. Gorgeous frame, beautiful thing. Let's see here. This one. There we go. Okay. There. Okay, so next step is I'm going to do these, well, let's do one of those, and this one. Okay, we'll work with these. We'll just finish these three. My hands are gooey from the ink. That is one thing I really don't care for the ink. The next step is going to be distressing these, and I want to use, I've got that one. Is that what I was using last night? I think it is, probably. Excuse me. Alright, so we're just going to go around the edges here. Carefully, briefly, just a little bit, just to, you know, fix that edge, make it look a little bit older, vintage. Okay, see the difference? We might not get to decorating these today, huh? I was having so much fun coloring them. There we go, and one more. There we go. All right, so there's that. And then we can take some pictures. Now I found, let's some that I wanted to work with, and I wanted to see, oh, look at this. She's pretty. Do something like that. Let's go ahead and cut these. I'm not really that particular about which ones I use. I want it to look nice, of course, but here, let's just cut this strip. I like, do I want pink in there? I like them better in this one. Alright, so we'll put the glue around the back of this. Make sure the glue is not clogged. She was using I know she was using a 1.5 inch circle punch for her frames, and she was using Tim Holtz pictures, which were the perfect size. So that's an option. Like I said, my hole punch is a little bit bigger, but they're actually fitting really well, these photos from Luise Heinzl. So it worked out really well. I just I didn't look at the size when I did it. I just made sure that they would fit. And then we'll just trim around this outside of this. There we go. We've got a frame. Isn't that cute? Let's find another picture that will suit this one. Let's put maybe this happy couple. Don't they look happy? Not so much. That one doesn't fit as well. This one has a white border intentionally on it, so I don't know that that one's going to work real well. Let's put this little couple. Or we could put them in the other orange and yellow one too. Let's see if they fit better in there. Something about those colors, I really like that. But I could also see her putting a frame like this one, maybe on their dresser. I'm going to do this one. Oh, we were going to go this way with this one. Let's do it. Actually, I should probably do that with the other one too, since we don't have any this direction. So we'll go this way. These would be great, just tucked into a journal, you know, little memories, faux memories. Traveling, something. It's not actually traveling. What is that? I wonder what he's holding there. It looks like a hat, but he's wearing a hat. It's hard to tell. There we go. But can't you just see that sitting on their dresser like she was housekeeping and thought that would be pretty there? Not that one. That just doesn't fit right. Let's put a black cat. Would be perfect for Halloween, right? Yes. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. Do you guys have your pet pictures in picture frames? I have one of my dog in my hallway. Chloe took the picture, and I just love the picture. So we framed it and put it in the hallway. Alright, so those are those. Those are the ones we're working on. Aren't they great? You guys, I love them. Now here's another step that she didn't do this, but I want to. And, well, shucks. Another one of those if you can't find it in a minute thing situations here all of a sudden. What do I do with these things? Where do I put them? I want to use my gold gilding wax. And I keep it right here. It's probably here and I'm not seeing it. Because my ADHD brain, yep, see, it's right there, right where it was supposed to be. I just couldn't see it. See, half the times when I can't find things, it's just my ADD brain. It's not because I'm sloppy. Not because my desk is overwhelming. I'm just kidding. It is. My desk is overwhelming. Okay, Cosmic Shimmer is what this is. It's Gilded Touch water-based gilding wax. I love it. And what I want to do is just add a little in here. I'm just going to do it with my finger. A little bit easier for me to control that way. And just kind of go around some of the little spots, just adding a touch here and there, just to shimmer it up. Not putting a ton of it on, just little touches. I don't want to take away from the gorgeous colors. It's just adding a little detail. Just some shimmer. If you do it right, it'll make your colors pop. But I didn't do it right because it kind of got on the lighter colors, but it's still really pretty. Okay. You can go around the edge if you want to. Put a little bit here. I feel like this adds just that next level. A little fancy. Alright, so I had some trouble with my camera. Guys, while the battery was charging, and I got these things finished, and I hope you like them. I had also recorded me finishing some of them, but guess what? My camera was tipped the wrong direction from worrying about my issue before, so I didn't record any of that. So I'm just going to show you the finished items. So what I ended up doing is I put the card on some distressed papers from my scrap box, distressed them and inked them, and then I added some embellishments to them to finish them off. So these are the ones that I did. I'm having so much fun with these. Look, I did the black cat. Lucky is a state of mind. You get it, get it. Black cats are unlucky. Well, lucky is a state of mind. Lucky was my horse's name. Choose to smile. Or sorry, choose to shine. The tea lady. I've got this one. She reminds me of Amelia Earhart. Or maybe a beekeeper. I need to put a bee or something on there, huh? I did this one. So some of them I made to go over the, oops, this one didn't stick. Some of them I made to go over the page a little bit. We'll hold this one on. I just did this one a couple minutes ago. Wow, it doesn't want to. Okay, we'll set those aside. Did this one. Really enjoying the orange and yellow and greens. Did this one. Some of these I still need to decorate, like this one. And I think I'm going to make some flowers with some die cuts to add. And then this one I think is probably one of my favorites. Love that. So I've finished up all of these, and then I have, I just have the round ones to do. I put those in their frames. And I was doing those earlier. But I'm going to need a die cut. I need to go search for my die cut, my nesting die cuts, because the one I have out is actually the same size as the punch. So I just need one bigger to finish these up and put them on their papers. But I think they're turning out super cute. These are going to be really a lot of fun to add into journals and things. Look at her face. I want to sit at her lunch table. Isn't he awesome? And this guy's just sitting back chilling. Look at this little one. This needs to go in the beach journal, I think. I'll put some die cuts here that will complement him. His little sailor outfit. She's pretty. Love that. You can tell I like her. I keep putting her on everything. Little bride picture. Look at this little guy, his little car. Thought she was beautiful. She needed some purple. This little farmer daughter. This picture reminds me of my grandparents' house. We used to have, there was a barn out in their backy field, and then their grass, and then grandma had her garden right back in this area. This isn't me, obviously, but this picture reminds me so much of my grandparents' house, just the yard, the way it's laid out. It's kind of eerie. And these two. And then last but not least, we've got this beauty. So got a lot to do still, but got a lot done, and I'm having so much fun. I hope you guys are having fun with me. I hope you'll give it a try. You've seen how I've created these for the most part, and that you didn't see, you got to hear me explain it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask those questions in the description box. As always, I'll get back to you as soon as I can. You guys, give it a try. You're going to have so much fun with it. There's so many things you can do. I hope you are having a fantastic day. Thanks for spending time with me today. I appreciate and love each and every one of you. Take care, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.